Oh, man. Welcome to Andertons TV. My name is Jack. This is
Andy Mac.
And this is
MPC Studio.
Let's get into the video. Andy was in not long ago where you did 10 beats in 10 minutes.
That's right. I think it was 12 in 11 minutes and 30 seconds.
But I'm sure the internet referees...
Yeah.
But it was amazing. Check that video out. Lots of tips about MPC. I really understood the product for the first time in my little brain. And this is exciting because, again, if someone wants to get into the MPC world, you're doing new stuff to get into it, right?
That's right. That's right. So, you know, what's really interesting actually with that video was it showed the power and the speed of being creative, you know, and with MPC Studio, this is pretty much the same, but it's a desktop controller. So this, you get everything that the MPC offers you, but you're running the desktop MPC software. So you get all the plugins, you get all the sounds, you get all the instruments, you get the workflow, and you get it in this incredible size hardware controller that gives you full-size MPC pads, you get all the RGB colors, and we've added some really cool things to the controller. So it's very interactive, it's very dynamic, and it really makes music fun at the same time, you know. And also it brings a whole new audience onto the platform because it's an incredible price point. It's not even entry level, but it is because it's a pro piece at the same time. You know, you get every feature that you need. You've got dedicated buttons for all of your key features, from quantize through to note repeat. You've got LCD kind of colored screen that gives you visual feedback. So there's so many things that it offers, so you can just really be creative and just get involved with making the music.
With people that already got an MPC, I can see people already with MPCs maybe getting this on the side as well, because this setup, Andy, we've got a computer and that, right?
That's right.
And we're running out of the headphone output just to make it super simple.
Yeah, yeah.
It's because on the one, right, that's not battery powered.
Right, that's correct.
So this is almost like a battery powered.
Yeah, but you know, because the thing is, we've all got laptops, right? Everybody uses laptops. So having something that is just so accessible, you know, so portable, you know, and, you know, we're all confined to small studio desk space as well. So just to have this on the side, even when traveling gets back to the way it was, this is the perfect thing to take with you as well. So
and here as well, we're ad hoc. We've got the Falcon, we've got Oz there behind the camera. Yeah. This is an ad hoc studio because we're moving studio. But again, this was so easy to set up.
Yeah, it's a couple of seconds.
A couple of dudes on a couch with a ring. We tried to make the table a little bit more sturdy for the last video. Time, Well, let's just get into it. For you, what if you don't know about MPC?
Yeah. So basically, the MPC format has been around for, you know, over 30 years, and it's a creative process where you are using samples, one-shots, different types of drum sounds, and you can make kind of so many different genres of music, you know, everything from hip hop through to garage, you know, Detroit house, everything has been created from an MPC. And the reason is because you interact with the music. You've got these awesome quantized templates inside as well, and anything that you can think about musically, you can create with the pads. And also the pads just give you a completely different feel from using the keyboard, you know. And this is why, you know, it's like 30 years on, and MPC has never been so popular. You know, the music scene at the moment is very heavily driven towards hip hop, R&B. It's so big, and we're at the forefront of that right now, which is fantastic because, you know, the history of the brand, the technology, we've enhanced it in so many incredible ways by utilizing, you know, new effects that we released in 2.10, bringing a lot of the effects that people are using in today's standards that you've now got inside the MPC software and the standalone. So if you're a standalone user, this is great if you want something to use with the computer that you want to travel with or whatever. But also if you're a new customer or you own MPC Beats, so if you've downloaded the free software and you want to kind of progress to the next level, this is the perfect solution to do that. If you've got an MPK Mini, you know, and you're into making beats and you want to start experimenting with music again, the whole package gets you up and running. You get everything that you need from sounds, instruments, plugins, the whole studio complex in one box.
I am really interested in this because what always held me back from getting an MPC was that I've invested a lot into my laptop and I've got an audio interface and I held back. I was like, no, I can't really afford that. And it was another step. I always felt like getting the audio into my workstation. How does someone like me who's like already got, I'm being really selfish, okay? Sorry. But how does this integrate into my normal Logic? I work in Logic.
Right.
How, you said about the software, so I could work almost standalone within this software, right?
Yeah, you know, the thing with DAWs, right, they all serve a purpose. You know, I look at them as a blank canvas, and sometimes it's not the most creative thing to do, right? You sit there and you're like, okay, I've got a keyboard, what am I going to do? The great thing about MPCs in general is that, especially nowadays with the amount of content that's available, you know, having been able to load up endless amounts of drum kits that inspire an idea, right? And this is why we work with a lot of sound design as well, is that you can sit in front of an MPC and just create so many things. And that goes back to our video of what you can accomplish. Then, if you want, you can go into your DAW. Like, you can run this as a plugin inside FL Studio, inside Ableton, Logic, whatever you want to do. So, but the initial ideas, you can't get any better because it's quick, it's fast, it gives you everything that you need. And you can make a finished song if you want to make a finished song. It's entirely up to you, but the workflow can integrate with whatever you use. But we've always focused on the creativity side of it, the speed. And with MPC Studio, you've got all of the essential components to just be hands-on with the controller. You know, you've got visual feedback from the pads.
Well, yeah, let's go through the hardware.
Yeah.
Tell me what you, as the OG MPC head,
okay,
what do you think of this bit of kit and what's on it?
Right, okay, so USB powered, okay, so no PSU. 16 pads, full-size MPC pads, so pressure, sensitive, velocity. So they feel absolutely incredible. LCD coloured screen. Now this is so useful because even though you're still going to be bound to the computer, there's an awful lot of information that this screen provides you. So it provides you visual feedback of your samples, of what kits you're using, what kind of mode you're in. So for example, at the moment I'm in drum mode, so I can just flip through my different kit. Go through these kits here, we can go all the way back to the beginning. If I want to change out of that mode, I can just hold Shift, Program, and now I'm drum mode, go to key group mode. I could go to plugin mode. And then I go, oh, actually, I want to play some chords. Hold down Shift, I can go to chromatic, go to progressions, and then I can go, okay, progressions, I'm in G sharp, and I might want to change this to a different type of chord progression.
That's amazing. These are all like different genres that I'm seeing on here almost.
So I can play chords, I could swap that sound out.
I've never seen that before. What a great way to group chords in terms of genres and style.
Plug in 2. And you can change the sound. So if you just press it again, we can now just...
So plugins, these are instruments that come with
So this
the
is
software.
hype. So if we just pull up hype here, so I'm just going to go here, there's hype. And you can, if I close that down as well, I'll just close that down. If you don't want to touch the computer, so let's just shut that down there. So if you want to see the UI of the plugin, we can just go mode, program edit, and then that comes up here as well. But I've still got all of the presets here, so I can scroll through. So, you know, you've got visual feedback. So if you are in the middle of things, you think, okay, yeah, what sound's that? Okay, I'm just going to load that one up. I can then, again, flip to my next plugin. and keep going. So you can change all of these different modes. We can then go to a different track. And again, on that track, I might want to go back to drums. So now I'm in drums, go back to my kits, go back to main. So I can fly around the product.
Yeah.
Okay? I can fly around the MPC really, really fast. Also, you know, if we get a bit more creative, so say we want to make a beat over that kit, okay? So I can go shift to my sequence and I'll go to a blank sequence. I go to tempo and I can go, okay, let's take our tempo down to about 98, okay? I can go to, so that's done. Then we got the new touch strip, okay? Hold down, note repeat. Let's record. Done. You know that. So that's how quick I can do so.
It's magic.
Then hold down touch strip. Also, an important feature, hold down shift, metronome on and off. Right, just what I easily do.
Yeah.
Right, quantize. So we can go to shift into 16 levels, quantize swing, can add our swing, and then we can commit to that quantize, all right? Then we've also got touch strip. So as you can see, I was doing the note repeat, but we can actually start doing some crazy effects. So I can select any 16 levels of different like parameters that I can assign. So I've got 16 assignable controls. On this one, I've got a really popular effect.
Hey.
So if we jump on there, you can see it come up.
Right, we've got to talk about this. This is...
I can hold this down. So you can do all of this really cool stuff.
Let's blow my mind a bit, because I wanted to ask you, since you've been away, there was a new operating system, right?
That's right, 2.10.
And what came with that, as a layman like me, it looked like we got... Again, I was excited by the harmony stuff, voice.
Yeah, basically when we released 2.10, and 2.10 is basically our software, okay? So it's up to version 2.10 now. So everything's in 2.10's in this. We had incredible feedback from the community, and I'd just like to thank everyone who commented on the video. It was overwhelming. It was probably one of the best videos I've ever done.
Yeah,
and
I watched it because it seemed unbelievable with the amount of stuff you were getting, and it was a free upgrade.
And I do, you know, when I put these videos together, I really put so much passion and soul into it because I'm so close to the community. And I really want to express and showcase the power of the platform. So it was overwhelming for us with that video. It was incredible. And everything that's in that update is in here. So you've got all the latest effects, you know, we've got the half speed with granulator, we've got all of the vocal effects, harmonies and everything. Then you've got all of the instruments as well. So you have a whole colossal amount of new features that basically turns the product into a new product.
Yeah.
And that's what I think was amazing about it, is that we're always constantly pushing the boundaries with our updates with our customers, right? So the products are just getting better and better and better. Like
this was 50 quid for me.
Yeah.
I bought a plug-in to do this for like 45 quid. Most people know it out there.
Yeah.
You know, the half-time, cable guys, half-time. And you get this free. Same with Harmony Engine. Antares do one called Harmony Engine.
Yeah, and
that cost me a couple hundred odd quid, yeah. And then go check that video. That's on the Akai official YouTube.
Yeah.
And the stuff you do with the vocals is crazy.
Yeah. And the great thing about that video, everything that I do in that video, you can do on here. Because it's just, you know, what the OS that's on the desktop is in the standalones as well.
And this is exciting. You've never had this on a product.
No. And what I love about the touch strip
and there's lights, by the way, when you're doing it, and it showed the note value when you were doing...
That's right. So you've got all the time divisions and everything. So, but this can do quite a few things. Like, look at that plugin at the moment, okay? So I'm like, okay, we could actually control this from the touch strip. So we've got a mode here which is called screen. Okay, so screen mode. So basically what that does, whatever you've got on the screen, my 16 pads will now represent all of the different parameters on that plugin. Okay, so for instance, if we go to loop length, or I could go to different modes or mix, now I'm controlling that. If I go to modes, I can go here. So I can jump between different plugins and use the touch strip and the pads to interact with it. So it really does give you a lot of control. And the touch strip's not just there to give you some effects. You can use it for mind-blowing effects, but you can also use it to quickly navigate around plugins. You can set up all of your own project settings as well at the same time. And for instance, like if we go to, let's go to a instrument, okay? So let me go to mode, okay? Go to key groups, plugins. Turn off half speed, okay? So I'm on half speed mix, bring that down. So what's really interesting is I'll come out of chords. So we're gonna come out of here and I'm gonna go to notes, and let's go to, let's see what we're on here. Chromatic, let's go to minor. So what I'm gonna do, so let's make a modern type of melody, right? So there's modern melody, yep, right, half speed. And you're straight in that pocket straight away. So, but what else you can do as well with touch strip? So at the moment we're in screen mode, okay? So we could pull up hype, okay? And I could go maybe into program, and in program we can now use the touch strip to.
All of these are represented by the pad. The pad selects it, touch strip controls it.
You got it.
Simple.
And then all of a sudden you just start making your beat around that
and that
melody.
can all be recorded. The automation can be recorded in,
everything.
And it makes everything
so
move. And
automation, read and write.
No.
So straight away. So
stop it.
If we go, hold on. And let's look at the automation. There we go.
That's it, man.
Yeah, and then we could go back to our touch strip. So I could go, okay, why don't we go back to project? So project, I've now got my own assigned parameters on number one. All right, so we've got all that going on. Go to a new track. Go to shift, plug in, go to drums maybe, pick a kit, I'll go...
It's getting me so high with the intro. Yes! Hey!
So you could... That's fine. Here we go. Do hi-hats first. Note repeat. So you can make things really, really fast, basically.
I love always when Andy comes in and demos MPC, but it's fun because over the years you show me some new MPC products, but I can see you really enjoy the touch strips. You're killing it on the touch strip.
Oh, it is because
I feel like there's guys who will buy this even with proper...
Just for the touch strip.
Just for the touch strip.
It is because it adds a whole new level of control. So what I love about the studio is I've got so much control at my fingertips, right? From, you know, let's
muting the click, overdubbing, everything you did there. You're not shackled by it.
No,
and you're not looking at this. I see you using this little screen the whole time.
So we can go to, so I'll go shift, we'll go to a new sequence here, right? So let's take a few kits and, you know, let's make some different beats, right? Go down to 94. So we put our idea down.
Yeah.
Now, it needs to swing, doesn't it?
Because you had time correction on, so it kind of locked everything to the grid, right?
So we're going to go shift, shift, swing, right? 61%. Yeah, so there we go. Go to this. Now we can go 16 levels. So now I can retune this. And we can take any one of these samples, 16 levels. So already you're going between different types of parameters.
And for the uninitiated, because I'm starting to see it now, like the Matrix, I'm like, oh, because I've spent so much time next to you, it's so fun watching you. That 16 levels is, you can apply to pitch like you did there.
Yeah, that's right.
It can be any parameter, it's another way, it's almost like the touch strip, but incrementally, right?
Yeah, because it means that you can take any sample and we can chop up samples, we can flip samples, we can tune samples. Like, you know, I can take my snare and just go, and we can.
But the colours, it's so fun.
Yeah, go. Kick down lower, hat higher. So you can repitch stuff around as well until you find it in the right pocket, you know. But
sorry, as a layman as well, I think I've figured out red's are kicks.
Yeah, that's right.
Yellow and orange hi-hat.
Yeah,
Hi-hat.
orange hi-hat.
Yeah, but that's when you hit the green, I was like, I don't know what green is. That's one of the best samples I've ever heard. Where's that sample from?
Raw cuts.
Come on, Falcon, that's one of the best samples.
So you got all of this cool
stuff.
Wow. And then you could just, you know, you could just flip that as well. So we could go back to MIDI.
It makes me feel like a freaking teenager, man, in the best way.
And all these sounds come with it. Hundreds of kits. We've got a brand new sound pack that only comes with this called Gold Dust that we've worked with Snipe Young, Raw Cuts, MSX. So we got so many sounds. Nightlife as well. Scott Diaz, who does all the house garage stuff as well. So it's packed with so many sounds. You've got all of the new plug-in instruments. You've got Hype, you've got Odyssey, Mellotrons in there as well, Selena. You've got all of the classic instruments inside. You've got over 100-something effects plugins. So you've got all of the studio effects, reverbs, all of the vocal stuff. So why don't I quickly show you the vocal stuff for harmonizing stuff?
And honestly, go check out Andy's video on the Akai channel, because I know we're a shop here, so sometimes it's hard because Andy does such in-depth product videos where we're in this video. I know I get excited and I feel so
But you know what?
spoiled.
You know what I've done for this though?
Come on.
So I've created a whole masterclass for this as well. So there's a whole masterclass that comes with the product. It's online. It's over an hour's long. It's got loads and loads of chapters, download content, and I walk you through the whole process of using MPC Studio.
Yeah.
I've built a whole MPC academy of this product using everything from the touch strip. So if you've never used an MPC, you can watch all these videos. If you have used an MPC, you can still watch all these videos and learn loads of tips and tricks. So, because it's very important for us, because anyone coming into a product from scratch, products are so powerful nowadays. You know, they do so many things. So I look at this and think, well, okay, I want to take all my knowledge from being in the industry for like 30 plus years. And so when someone turns an MPC on for the first time, they can follow along and learn so much and get themselves up very quickly and start being able to make music.
You're doing it. Until you've done that,
Yeah.
That's why I feel so much more engaged with the product as well, watching your videos. Thank you, man.
No, it is. I love sharing knowledge. I love interacting with people, and it's great to be able to share that knowledge. And you see people giving love all the time online and everything. So yeah, it's we're really, really, really happy where MPC is for us. And it's great that we can now bring this product into a whole new market, new audience.
And I'm giggling to myself because you've solved the age-old problem of this. A lot of the time, people would say, well, what software does it come with? And we'd be like, oh, who cares? Because that's the whole thing with this. The software is the product.
It is, and that's the thing.
It's not.
This is the software that's running inside standalone. So you get the same user experience. It's, all you need is one USB cable into your laptop.
Flagship MPCX.
Yeah. We've got a simple installation process. So you just want one installation, bang, it just walks you through everything. You get everything in this package. It's unbelievable. But let me show this vocal side of things, because it's so cool. So let's go sequence. We go to new sequence. Bring our tempo down to about 93. So we're on a program. Okay, so. So there's our beat.
Yep.
So go to audio tracks, and what I've got here, just got a vocal that I've pulled in. So we got like 128 audio tracks. So you can do full-blown vocals, all kinds of just crazy stuff.
You can sing in those vocals.
Yeah. Let's bring this in. Now let's bring in vocal tuner. Diffuse delay. Harmonies.
That's mad.
And now, right? And then let's flip back to, let's go back to our project and mess this up. It's like, it's so real, to have this kind of control, have all of these kind of plugins. You can get all of the current sounds that are going on right now, and that's what I love. I'm always pushing the boundaries of like the current sounds that are out there. So people are like, how do you get that sound? And it's just, you've got all the effects in there to achieve that stuff. You can make a beat, you can flip stuff, you can just, I could pull in samples and just literally sit here with you and make 50 more beats in the next 10 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. 50 beats in 50 seconds. But that's what, for me, this is so appealing. I have all my sounds on my laptop.
Yeah.
I use a DAW already, but for me, the barrier was, how do I integrate MPC into my non-MPC workflow?
Yeah.
And this seems to be... And no power, like on my desk as well. I don't want to run another power adapter. It's USB.
But also
powered.
you've got the touch strip plugin as well. So not only can you assign all of your own effects, we can actually
What's the touch strip plugin?
Like all those other things that I was showing you. We've got a dedicated touch strip plugin that allows you to manipulate the touch strip on whole new levels. So check this out. So we can see all of the different effects.
Oh no.
And we could do some granulator. What else we got in there? We could go.
And you know what? I don't want XY. I'm just saying it.
And then again, you can flip to Q-Link mode. Yeah, back to touch strip. And then the touch strip will also allow me to go through notes, pitch bend on instruments and stuff. So it does so much. And that's what I love about the touch strip on the MPC Studio.
One last thing for it.
Yeah.
I spotted that you got MIDI on the back.
Yeah, you got.
So it will send out normal MIDI.
Yep. So you can connect MIDI instruments up external and then drive it from the software.
You know when I'm saying oh no, it's just for the audience, it's oh no because I'm trying to battle myself to buy one, and also I'm like a bit oh no in the fact that there's gonna be a lot of people that want one. I think.
Yeah, certainly. It's especially, like I said, it's the most affordable way of getting into the MPC ecosystem,
Yeah.
And it's, anyone who has an MPC, anyone who wants to get into this way of making beats, it's the ultimate way of making beats. It's just so hands-on, like you've seen today. We can go very, very into a lot of depth, and keep creating different types of genres, and then you have all of the content. You can sample your own records. It's crazy. Even, I can even layer my sounds on here, right? So we could go layer 2. So say for that kick, right? Layer that kick. And you can just keep going, different layers, cut and chop your samples, all directly from the controller. So yeah, it's very powerful.
Thanks so much for that. If I've been waffling on, I always feel when you come in, I feel like, one, redundant. Right. Because I realised that it's just, we let you, but if you want to see Andy, I don't know if you got this far, then thank you for staying. But it's such a treat to, every time I learn a bit more, and I implore you to go look into it a bit more if you stayed this far with me. Thank you, mate. Would you do us the honour of playing us out?
I certainly can.
And we haven't mentioned price because, it's my fault. I can't mention price because we don't know what it's going to be with the way things happen. But word on the street, it's going to be mad. Check it out. We've got these in stock. Would you do us the honour of playing us out, sir?
Yes, I can.
Thanks so much. If you like what we're doing, consider subscribing. If you don't, let us know. And we're grown up, so we can take it and we can learn from it. So I appreciate it.